Yo, and hello there, welcome back my fellow pixelators, what's going on? And today we are continuing the Shoyo Hinata build, and today we're going to be releasing the final part. So for Shoyo Hinata Death's Day, we're going to be doing part 14, and today we're going to be completing the hair and finalising the build. So for today's blocks, we're going to be needing orange concrete, orange wool, and orange terracotta. So by far the shortest amount of colours we'll be using for this entire build today. So without further ado, we're going to fly to one of the hair pieces, but as you can see there's a lot of hair pieces, so let's explain where we're going, and we want to fly to the left hand side of the eye, and as you can see the eyebrow right here, so this right eyebrow, so not the left part over here, the right part right here, and we want to fly all the way to the top to this point right here. So as you can see it's a bit thick at this point as well, and we want to fly to the very top point right here. So as you can see these two sticking up right here, and we're going to take our orange terracotta and we're going to place one to the right of here at the very top one, just like so. So I'm going to zoom out just for those that didn't get where we're going off. As you can see, we're going to be going off this area right here from the hair. So I'm going to fly back into here. And once you have placed your one orange terracotta going to the right from here, we're going to do 3 upright diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3. And from this third upright diagonal, we're going to fly up in upright diagonal direction by 1, so to this black concrete right here, and then we're going to place 1 on top of here, just like so. And once again, we're going to fly in another upright diagonal direction, so to this black concrete right here, and then we're going to do 4 upright diagonals from this black concrete. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then once we've done this, we want to do another upright diagonal from here, so you can place 1 on top of the black concrete, just like so. And then we're going to do 9 more upright diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then from this 9th one, we're going to place 1 on top, just like so. We're then going to do another upright diagonal. And from this upright diagonal, we're going to place another 1 on top. And then we're going to do 2 upright diagonals from here. So 1 and 2, and then from this second upright diagonal we're going to place 1 on top, just like so, and then we're going to do 4 upright diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then once we've done this 4th upright diagonal, what we're going to do is we're going to use our orange wool and our orange concrete, and we're just going to cap off all the very top parts. So first of all, we're going to go to the left and take our orange concrete, and with our orange concrete from this orange terracotta at the top right here, we just want to go all the way to the left until we hit the black concrete, just like so. And as you can see, we are in line with the black concrete, which means we've done everything going up here correctly, just like so. And then once we have connected this orange concrete to the left of this black concrete, we want to fly to the left of the black concrete, and with our orange concrete again, just go all the way to the left until we hit the black concrete, just like so. And then once again, we're going to fly to the left of the black concrete, but this time we're going to place 6 orange concrete going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're also going to come back to here. So if you want, you can do a bottom right diagonal from here, just like so. So from the 6th one, do a bottom right diagonal. So there's 1 underneath the 5th one, just like so. Then fly back to the one sticking up to the left, so this 6th orange concrete that we placed to the left, and take our orange wool, and we're just going to go all the way to the left from here until we hit the black concrete. And there we go. As you can see, we've hit the black concrete just like so, and then that means we've done everything correctly going up here as well. So now once we've done this, we're going to fly all the way to the right, so we're going to start with the right hand side first, then we'll come back to do some of the shading over here, and we want to fly all the way to the orange terracotta again at the top, because we want to cap off these areas as well. And with our orange terracotta, we just want to go all the way to the right from here, so all the way to the right, and once again until we hit the black concrete. So we should hit the black concrete any second, and there we go. As you can see, hit the black concrete. And we're not going to do this right hand side yet, just because there's some orange wool we got to do first to make things just a bit easier, because the orange wool is a bit less than the orange terracotta going across here. So without further ado, we want to fly all the way over to the right, but we're not going to start from the top. We want to start from one of these 2s, as you can see going down here, and we want to start with the middle 2. So as you can see, these 3 2s going down in the bottom left diagonal direction, we want to start with the middle one, and we want to be using our orange wool, and we want to fly to the right of this middle two right here. So to this one sticking to the right here, that connects in the upright diagonal direction, and not the left one that's in the bottom left diagonal direction. This one to the right here, and we want to place 2 orange wool on top of here. So 1 and 2. I'll zoom out so you can see where we've placed it. We've placed it right there, as you can see. So to the right of that 2 in the middle, right there. So once you have done that and place your 2 orange wool up here, we're going to do 2 up left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And then from the second up left diagonal, we're going to place 9 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then once we've done this, we're going to fly all the way to the right. So back to here, and just place our orange wool going all the way to the right till we hit the black concrete. And once you've done this, fly back all the way to the left of the orange wool, and take out our orange terracotta, and just place all the way to the left until we hit the black concrete, just like so. And then there we go. As you can see, we've done the top all in line correctly, just like so. Which I assume most of you have already done this, as long as you've already done all of the hair, black concrete outline, and checked if it was correct. But there is all the parts capped off. So we're going to start on the right hand side first as well. And before we move on to the little sector underneath here, we just want to mark out this area with our orange terracotta. So on the left hand side of the orange wool, we're just going to mark it out and cap it off by placing our orange terracotta all on the outside of it, just like so. So as you can see, orange wool will be going in the inside right there. We're then going to move into the sector down below right here. And we take our orange wool, and if we actually fly to the orange wool that we first placed on top of this black concrete here, and do a bottom right diagonal from here, just like so. And as you can see, that bottom right diagonal is to the right of the black concrete that we started off with, and underneath the first of the 2 in the bottom left diagonal direction. And if we fly back to this bottom right diagonal, once we've flown back to here, we place 1 underneath here with our orange wool, and then do a bottom left diagonal, and then from this bottom left diagonal, place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2, and then finally but not least, do another bottom left diagonal from here, just like so. And then we're going to do a bottom right diagonal from here, so place 1 underneath the black concrete, or to the right of it, just like so. And then we're going to place 2 underneath from here, so 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 3 bottom left diagonals from here, so 1, 2, and 3. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take out our orange terracotta, and once again on the left hand side, we're just going to cap off these areas. So just cap it off, just like so. And there we go. As you can see, we should be looking like that right there. So orange wool is going to be inside that little 2 gap, all in there and all in there. And orange terracotta is going to be all the way to the left, to that area right there. Obviously though, we got some more areas to shade, so we're going to fly down to the next strip of hair, going down below. So we're going to fly to this strip right here, as you can see, sticking out. We're going to be moving to here, and we're going to be starting with this 3 at the bottom right here, that's going in an upright diagonal direction. So as you can see, this 3 right here, and we want to fly to the middle of the 3. And once you've flown to the middle of the 3, with our orange wool, we're just going to place 4 going up from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there we go. We're done with that sector right there. So all orange wool is going to go on the right hand side. Once again, take out your orange terracotta, and just on the left hand side, just mark it out, just like so. And now, once we've done this, we're going to move to the next strip. So, not this strip here, we want to be to the next one sticking up to the right here. So this one right here, as you can see, so I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see it. We're moving to that one right there. So, flying towards this strip, and for the area we're going to be going off to the strip, we want to go to the bottom, and as you see like this line coming out to the left right here, and you can see this 2 bottom left diagonals that are going underneath this point right here. We want to fly to the black concrete on top of this one that's sticking underneath, so this one right here. And we want to place 2 orange wool on top of here. So 1 and 2. And I'll zoom out so you can see. So as you can see, that orange wool is in line with the black concrete that's sticking underneath. And then it's going all the way in the bottom left diagonal direction. Just like so. And once you have placed your 2 orange wool up there, we're going to fly back in towards here. And once you've flown back towards here, we're going to do an upright diagonal. Now from this upright diagonal, we're going to place 1 on top, just like so. And then we're going to do 3 up left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3. And from this 3rd up left diagonal, place 1 to the left, just like so. And then we're going to repeat this 2 here, 2 more times in the up left diagonal direction. So do an up left diagonal, place 1 to the left, that's 1. Another up left diagonal, another 1 to the left, and that's 2. And there we go, that should be 3 of those 2's in total. So 1, 2, and 3. Then fly back towards the end one, so back to here, and do 2 up left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From the second up left diagonal, place 1 to the left, just like so. And then we're going to do 4 up left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this 4th up left diagonal, we're going to place 1 on top, just like so. We're then going to fly down by 1, so back to this 4th up left diagonal. And we're going to place 2 to the right from here. So 1 and 2. We're then going to do a bottom right diagonal. And from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 1 to the right, just like so. And then do another bottom right diagonal. And then we're going to place another 1 to the right. And there we go. As you can see, that one that we just placed to the right connects to the second up left diagonal of this black concrete, just like so. And once we have done this, we're going to zoom out. So all of the inside right here is going to be filled in with our orange wool. And on the left hand side is going to be our orange terracotta. But before we do that, we want to fill these 2 gaps underneath. So still part of this strip right here, as you can see these 2 lines here. And we want to fly to the second bottom left diagonal going underneath. And we want to place 1 orange wool to the left of it, then 1 on top, and then 1 to the right. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing, exactly the same shape right here, to the other sector underneath here. So to this second bottom left diagonal here, place 1 to the left, 1 on top, and then 1 to the right, and then there we go. As you can see, we should be looking like that right there. So once we have done this, take our orange terracotta, and on the left hand side of each of these areas, just place orange terracotta just on the left. Just like so. So we're going to mark all of this out. Now we also want to get the top part and going into the right here as well to make sure we don't spill over, just like so. And then I'm just going to fill this gap just to make it smooth, and there we go. So as you can see, all orange wool is going to go inside here, all the way down here, and in that up right corner there. And orange terracotta is going all the left to there, because we already filled in the orange wool there in those 2 parts. And then once again, we're going to be moving to the next strip, which is the final strip for shading. And we want to move to this strip right here, as you can see, sticking out to the right. And we want to fly to the 2 sticking on to the right here. But obviously we want to be flying into the left side. And on the very left side of it, to the right of the first one of the 2 sticking out, we want to take our orange wool, and we want to place 4 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We don't want to do an up left diagonal. From this up left diagonal, we want to place 1 to the left, just like so. And then we want to do 4 up left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this 4th up left diagonal, what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 to the right, then flying to the left by 1, so back to here, and then do 2 up left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. And then fly back to the one that we placed to the right. So as you can see, it's the one on top of the 3rd up left diagonal, just like so. So back to this one that we placed to the right. And we're going to do 3 bottom right diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3. And from this 3rd bottom right diagonal, place 2 to the right. So 1 and 2. We're then going to place 1 on top, just like so. And then we're going to do 2 up left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From the second up left diagonal, place 2 on top. So 1 and 2. We're then going to place 1 to the left. And then flying to the right by 1, so back to here. And then place 1 on top of here, just like so. And then we're going to do an up left diagonal from here, just like so. And then from this up left diagonal, we're going to place 1 on top. We're then going to place 1 to the left. We're then going to place another 1 on top. And then we're going to do an up left diagonal from here. And then from this up left diagonal, we're going to place 4 on top. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then place 1 to the right. And then flying to the left by 1, so back to here. And place 3 on top of here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then once we've done this, fly back to the one that we placed to the right. And once we've flown back to here, we're going to place 3 going underneath from here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then place 1 to the right, just like so. and then we're going to place 2 underneath, so 1 and 2. Now we can fill that 1 gap there as well, and then there we go. So as you can see, in that small gap right there is filled in with orange wool, and then orange terracotta all on the outside. So you know what, we might as well fill in the orange wool now in that little gap. There we go, and then take our orange terracotta and on the outside mark it all out. And this is the last area for this side of the build. So we're going to be flying over to the next side where we're going to be marking out our orange concrete with our orange wool as well. And then all we have to do then is fill everything in, and then we will be done. And then we'll be Shoyo Hinata complete, and then after Shoyo Hinata we'll be moving on to the next builds that we have yet to finish off, which will be our Kurumura build and our Jira build. So there we go. Alright, let's move on to the left hand side, and for the left hand side we're going to be moving over to that one orange concrete that we place underneath in a bottom right diagonal direction from the top. So all the way over to here. And there we go. Right then, so once we have flown to this bottom right diagonal that we did, we are going to do another 3 bottom right diagonals from here with our orange concrete from here. So 1, 2 and 3. From this third bottom right diagonal, place 1 to the right just like so, and then do another bottom right diagonal, and then from this bottom right diagonal place another 1 to the right, and then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal and place another 1 to the right, and then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal from here, and then from this bottom right diagonal we just did, we're going to fly in the bottom right diagonal direction by 1, so to the bottom of this 3 of the black concrete right here. And so we're going to place 1 orange concrete going to the right, just like so. We're then going to do a bottom right diagonal from here. And from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 6 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, place 1 underneath. Then we're going to do a bottom left diagonal. From this bottom left diagonal, place 1 underneath. And then we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From the second bottom left diagonal, place 1 underneath just like so, and then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal from here, and from this bottom left diagonal we're going to place 1 underneath as well, just like so. We're then going to do another bottom left diagonal from here, and from this bottom left diagonal we're going to place 1 to the left, just like so, and then we're going to do 4 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and from this 4th bottom left diagonal what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 to the left, and then from this one that we place to the left we're going to do another bottom left diagonal from here. From this bottom left diagonal place 1 to the left, and then do another bottom left diagonal, and from this bottom left diagonal place 1 to the left, then fly to the right by 1, so back to this bottom left diagonal we did at the bottom here, and we're going to place 2 to the right from here, so 1 and 2. We're then going to do an upright diagonal. From this upright diagonal, place 1 to the right, and then we're going to do another upright diagonal, and then from this upright diagonal, place 1 to the right, and then we're going to do another upright diagonal from here, and from this upright diagonal, we're going to place 1 to the right, and then we're going to do another upright diagonal, and then from this upright diagonal, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal, just like so, and then from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to do 6 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then from the 6th bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 1 going to the left, just like so. We're then going to do 3 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3. From this 3rd bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 1 to the left, and then do another bottom left diagonal. And from this bottom left diagonal, place another 1 to the left, and then do 2 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From this second bottom left diagonal, place 1 going to the left, just like so, and then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal from here. From this bottom left diagonal, place 2 to the left, so 1 and 2. And then once we've done this, we're going to fly underneath by 1, so onto this black concrete right here, and we're going to fly all the way to the left until we get to the end. So as you can see, there's 1 underneath the end, 1 just like so, but still on this one right here, we want to place 2 going to the left from this line that we've flown underneath by 1, 2. So 1 and 2, as you can see, is at the top of this 2, and as you can see, it's the line that we're going all the way to the left from. We're going to do a bottom left diagonal from the end of this orange concrete right here, and then from this bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 3 going to the left. So 1, 2, and 3. We're then going to do an up left diagonal, and from this up left diagonal, we're going to place 2 to the left, so 1 and 2. Then flying to the right by 1, so back to here, place 1 underneath here, and then place 1 to the right, and then do a bottom right diagonal, just like so. From this bottom right diagonal, place 1 to the right, and then we're going to do another bottom right diagonal, and from this bottom right diagonal, place 2 to the right, so 1 and 2. We're then going to do another bottom right diagonal from here. As you can see, we place 1 underneath that black concrete and to the left and right of it. And then we're going to fly to the right by 1 from here, so to this black concrete right here, and do a bottom right diagonal from here, just like so. And then from this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 5 to the right from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then do another bottom right diagonal, just like so. And then from this bottom right diagonal, place 3 underneath. So 1, 2, and 3. Then do a bottom left diagonal. From this bottom left diagonal, place 2 underneath. So 1 and 2. And then do another bottom left diagonal from here, just like so. And then from this bottom left diagonal, place 5 underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal from here. And from this bottom left diagonal, place 4 underneath. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then do another bottom left diagonal. And from this bottom left diagonal, place 5 underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're then going to do another bottom left diagonal from here. And from this bottom left diagonal, place 1 underneath, just like so. And then there we go. We are done with the orange concrete in this area right here. So we're going to zoom out. So we're going to explain the areas. So before we explain the one area, on top of the orange terracotta that we did going up here, on the left hand side of it, we want to fill our orange concrete on the left hand side. So again, we're just going to mark the area, just like so. And once we mark this area, we're going to take our orange wall after we finish all of this, and then on the left hand side of the orange concrete, so not this orange concrete, the one that we just did, and we want to place orange wool on the outside, but we're still not quite done yet because we still got to do some shading with the orange concrete in the orange wool area. So there we go. As you can see, orange concrete all on the left hand side of here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our orange wool, fly to the area that we just did right here, so all the orange concrete going down here, and with our orange wool, we're just going to mark on the left hand side of the orange concrete. So let's fly over to these areas from the top. With our orange wool, just on the outside, we're going to mark it, just like so. We want to make sure we mark every area here. So after we've marked all of this out, we're going to have at least probably around about 4 areas that we'll be outlining with our orange concrete, and then obviously again marking out with the orange wool as well. But about 4 more areas to do, and then we will be complete with Shoyo Hinata. Obviously though, we've got to fill it all in, but then we are complete. So this video should be pretty much a short video. It shouldn't be like super short, but it should be a lot shorter than all the other videos that we've done in the past. Literal 5 days of doing Naruto vs Sasuke, filling all of that in. And there we go, we're done there. And also doing Shoyo Hinata for the last filling out. But there we go, as you can see, all those areas right there. And also, just a quick thing as well, that one gap there, that also needs to be filled in with orange wool as well. Just like so, as you can see. So that's also orange wool as well. It's going inside, as you can see, into this area, which I'm sure most of you can tell with those areas, but not everyone can tell where really they go, because it is confusing sometimes. Because as you can see, that bottom left diagonal there, that's part of the orange concrete that goes on here. So to explain the areas as well, orange terracotta currently is going to go all inside here, as you know. So all down these strips here, down here, all up here, and the orange wool is all inside those areas. As you can see, it's been marked out on the left where the orange terracotta goes, and as you can see, the orange wool is just going to go in all those areas to the right. And then orange concrete, as you can see, just goes all in these areas here, down there as well. Orange concrete is in, all the way down there, as you can see. And now we're going to be moving on to the shading areas. So for the first area to start us off, we're going to start at the bottom this time because we don't actually start at the very top this time. And we're going to start at the very bottom. So for the bottom area we're going to start with, we want to fly to this section coming down here from the right. So basically from the very bottom, but from the top left of the bottom right here. And we want to be going to this strip that's sticking out where it's got the 3, the 2 and the 3. And we want to be flying to 3 at the top all the way up here, as you can see. So flying to this first 3 that's coming down from this bottom section here. And with our orange concrete, we're going to place 3 going to the right from here. So 1, 2 and 3. And I'll zoom out just for anyone who didn't get where we're going off. We are going off that area right there, as you can see. So flying towards here. And then once you place your 3 orange concrete and going to the right from here, we're going to do an upright diagonal from here. From this upright diagonal, place 2 to the right, so 1 and 2. Then do another upright diagonal, just like so. And then from this upright diagonal, place 1 to the right. We're then going to repeat this 2 here 3 more times in a upright diagonal direction. So do an upright diagonal, place 1 to the right. Do another upright diagonal, place another 1 to the right. That's 2. Another upright diagonal, another 1 to the right. And that is 3. As you can see, that should be 4 of those 2's in total. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So fly back all the way to the 4th one, so back to here. And once we've flown back to the end of this 4th one right here, we're going to do an upright diagonal from here. From this upright diagonal, we're going to place 1 on top, and then we're going to place 4 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're then going to place 1 on top, and then fly underneath by 1, so back to here. And so we're going to place another 4 going to the left from here. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then fly to the one that we placed on top right here. Once we've flown to here, we're going to place 2 to the right. So 1 and 2. We're then going to do an upright diagonal. From this upright diagonal, place 1 to the right. And then we're going to repeat this 2 here 2 more times in upright diagonal direction. So do an upright diagonal, place 1 to the right, that's 1. And another upright diagonal, another 1 to the right, and that's 2. And then there we go. As you can see, that second 2 we just did connects to the bottom of this 2 going underneath here. And the bottom one right here. So once we've done this, we're going to zoom out. So as you can see, orange concrete is going to go all in here underneath and all inside that little gap there. So if we take out our orange wool, and on the left hand side, we're just going to cap it off with our orange wool on top of the orange concrete, just like so. And then we've got another area nearby here, which isn't really on the left hand side. It's a bit more to the right of this area here though, which I'll show you in a second once we just cap off all of this, just like so, and there we go. So from this area, we want to fly to the right, and as you can see on top of the ear, so this little section here, and the upright diagonal direction from the ear on top of it, right here, this is all going to be filled in with our orange concrete, but there also is a bit on the outside here. So if we just go to the bottom and just fill all of this in, just like so. So we're going to fill all of this in because we might as well. There we go. Then once we've done this, we want to fly to the 3 upright diagonals here. And so we want to fly to the second upright diagonal, so the middle one right here. And once you've flown towards here, we're going to place 3 orange concrete going underneath from here. So 1, 2 and 3. We're then going to place 1 to the left, and then place 1 on top, and then fly underneath by 1, so back to here. And place 5 underneath from here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then there we go, we're done with that area. So orange wool is going to go all on the outside of here, because the area is all filled in. So we just get orange wool, might as well cap it off as well. And there we go. So once you've done this, we're going to move to the next final 2 sectors. So we're going to fly up, and we're going to be flying over to this big strip sticking out to the left right here, as you can see. So not this small strip, we're going to be skipping this strip, and then going to the next big strip right here, as you can see. So once we move to this area, we want to take out our orange concrete, and we want to fly to the 2 right here, as you can see, in this up left diagonal directions, going all the way up here. And we want to be flying to that 2, but from this 2, we want to be flying in the bottom right diagonal direction by 2 from here. So 1 and 2. From the second bottom right diagonal, we want to place one orange concrete going to the right, just like so. As you can see, we place one to the right of all these up left diagonals going up here, and it's to the second one going up from the top of this 2 right here. So the second top one from the 2. And once we have placed this one orange concrete to the right here, we're going to do a bottom right diagonal. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 4 going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once we've done this, we're going to do 2 areas from here. So first of all, we'll take out your orange wool and place one on top of the orange concrete. And then take out your orange concrete and place one on top of the orange wool. And then once we've done this, fly back down to the orange concrete at the bottom right here. And do a bottom right diagonal from here. From this bottom right diagonal, we're going to place 5 going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're then going to do an up right diagonal. And from this upright diagonal, place 5 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then do another upright diagonal. And from this upright diagonal, place 1 to the right. We're then going to fly to the right by 1, so this black concrete right here. And then we're going to fly in the upright diagonal direction by 1 from here. So this black concrete right here. And once we've flown to this black concrete that's sticking out to the left, in the middle of this 3 right here, we want to place 1 orange concrete going to the right from here, just like so. We then want to place 1 on top, and then we want to place 2 to the right. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 4 upright diagonals from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. From this 4th upright diagonal, we're going to place 1 to the right, and then we're going to do 2 upright diagonals. So 1 and 2. From the second upright diagonal, place 1 to the right, and then fly into the left by 1, and then place 1 underneath here, just like so. And once we've done this, we're going to do 7 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. And as you can see, the 7th one connects to the right end of this 2 right here. And then once we have done this, we want to place 1 orange concrete to the left of this 7th bottom left diagonal that we just did, just like so. And once we've done this, we're going to fly underneath by 1 to this black concrete right here. And then we're going to fly in the bottom left diagonal direction, so to the first of this 2 left diagonals right here. And we want to place 1 orange concrete going to the left from here. And then once we place this one to the left right here, we're going to place 1 underneath. And then we're going to do 2 bottom left diagonals, so 1 and 2. From the second bottom left diagonal, we're going to place 1 to the left. And then we're going to do another bottom left diagonal. And then finally but not least, from this bottom left diagonal, place 1 to the left, just like so. And as you can see, this one that we just placed to the left connects to the right of this 3rd upright diagonal, and the very bottom one right here. So the first of these 3 upright diagonals right here is connected to the right of this one right here. And once we have done this, we're not fully done yet. We're going to zoom out, and we're just going to complete the next area. So this orange concrete that we placed on top of the orange wall, we want to fly over to here. And once we've flown over to here, we're going to place 2 orange concrete going to the left from here. So 1 and 2. We're then going to do 2 left diagonals. So 1 and 2. From the second up left diagonal, place 1 to the left, then fly to the right by 1, so back to here. And we're going to place 2 to the right from here. So 1 and 2. We're then going to do an upright diagonal. And from this upright diagonal, place 4 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then do another upright diagonal. And from this upright diagonal, place 3 to the right. So 1, 2, and 3. Then do another upright diagonal. And from this upright diagonal, what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 underneath. And from this one underneath, we're going to do a bottom left diagonal from here, just like so. From this bottom left diagonal, place 1 to the left. Then do another bottom left diagonal. From this bottom left diagonal, place 1 to the left. And then do 2 bottom left diagonals from here. So 1 and 2. From the second bottom left diagonal, place 1 to the left, just like so. As you can see, we connected back to this orange concrete that we placed on top of the orange wall. But we're not quite done yet, just the last sector. Fly all the way to the right, so back to this one, stick it up on top here. And once we've flown back to here, place 2 to the right from here, so 1 and 2. And then finally but not least, place 1 on top, and there we go. So for the next and final part we got to do, take out our orange wool, and on all the outside of this orange concrete section here, and this section right here, we're just going to fill orange wool on the outside. So we start with a small little bit here first. just on the outside, just like so. And then just on this side as well. And this is, by the way, this is the final part, so there will be no more parts after this to do. Any sectors like the fill-in or outline now. Well, the fill-in, there, yes, there is, but to outline, no. But the fill-in, you'll be doing that by yourself. I won't be filling that in. I'll be cutting that all out at the end, once again, as usual. I'm just showing you the end result. And then there we go, we are done. So, to explain this final section, so orange concrete is going to go all inside here. Orange concrete is going to go all inside this sector here. And these two, like, up left diagonals that you can see, this is part of the orange wall, as you can see. So if you want, you can fill that in with an orange wall, just so it doesn't confuse you, just like so. And then orange concrete is going to go all inside here, as you can see right here. So you know what, might as well just fill in this like small sector right here. There you go. So we should be looking like that, so you don't even have to think about that sector there. Obviously you do have to fill in all the way down here with our orange wall. And our orange concrete, as I said, is all in there. So I'm going to zoom out. And there we go. So that's all of it done in this area here. So to finally explain everything all at once, and then I will cut to me filling in. So orange concrete inside there, orange concrete inside there, orange wool on all the outside right here, as you can see. Then orange concrete inside this bottom part here, inside that little small part there. Orange wool all inside here, as you can see. And then orange concrete all the way down here, as you can see as well, inside to there. All the way up here, down that strip. Orange concrete down that, up there as well. And then all the way inside here. And then also, by the way, that little part there, as you can see, is also orange wool. That's all orange wool in there. I mean, you can probably already see that, just in case anyone did get confused. That's orange wool in those two strips there. And then move over to the orange terracotta. As you can see, orange terracotta all the way inside here. Literally in this entire section, going down to here. And then to the left, it would hit where we capped off these areas. And then it would be orange wool all inside these areas. Just like that bottom area right there, as you can see. So orange wool in there, there, that two there, and all the way up there as well. And there we go. So once again, I'm going to cut to you seeing everything in here. And you know what? We'll start with the right hand side, as we did the right hand side. So we'll start with the small sectors first, and then go over to the left so you can see the bigger sectors. And then to the next small sectors on the left hand side. So as we already have done this area, we might as well just start here. So once again, if you want to fill it in all for yourself and see the end result for yourself, then you can pause the video right now. And then if you want to see a reference, so you want to see my end result to make sure that you don't go wrong, then you can pause the video right now. And there we go. As you can see, we have completed and filled everything in. So again, if you haven't done this already, if you haven't filled this in, pause the video right now and fill this in. And if you already have, then we're going to move on to the next area. But as you can see, orange wool has been filled in all on the right hand side of all those sectors that we marked out and that we filled in. And as you can see, orange terracotta is going all the way to the left until it hits the orange concrete where we marked out that area as well. So again, if you haven't filled all of this in yet, pause the video and fill all of that in. If you already have filled this in, then we're going to move to the next area. So to the orange concrete. As you can see, we filled in all the orange concrete in the areas that it was supposed to be filled in. So again, if you haven't done this area, pause this video and fill it in. If you already have, then we'll continue on with the explaining. And as you can see, orange concrete is all filled in all of those gaps to the right hand side right here and down those strips there. And then if we move over to here as well, we can see where all the orange wool has been filled in on the outside, and where those other little parts we did with the orange concrete, where we marked out on the left hand side over here, as you can see. And orange wool is just all on the rest, just like so. So again, if you haven't done this area yet, pause the video and complete this area. If you already have and you have finished everything, then we're going to fully zoom out and see the final end result of Shoyo Hinata's deaths there. And there we go. He's absolutely looking epic, I think. Probably one of my favourite builds I've done so far. I'm not gonna lie, really does give that death stare effect. Probably the best eye is really what I generally love the most in this. But again, without further ado, that is the end of Shoyo Hinata Devstar. If you did enjoy this build, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe as well if you haven't already, because that would be much appreciated. And for the next builds that we'll be working on, we will be continuing our Jira and Kurumura as requested, which we're going to do those anyway, because obviously I want to get those done. I don't want to leave any builds on the channel left that's not been completed. And once we finish those builds, we'll be moving on to the new builds. So we'll be doing like one suggestion, I think, and then I'll be releasing the 100th special, and then we'll be going back on to other suggestions that I've had for a while that I'll be tidying up on those and trying to get some of those out. But with that not being said, without further ado, that's the end of today's video. And again, I'll see you in the next one. So peace out, enjoy the rest of the day, and goodbye.